Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. This is the Skoda Slavia and we are going to be doing a walk around on the blue colored car. This is the key of the vehicle. Unfortunately, if you keep this pressed, it's not going to unlock the windows. It's a flip key, but it obviously gets keyless entry. It looks really nice in this blue shade. Straight away we are going to be opening the engine bay of this vehicle. Obviously it comes with two petrol engines, no diesel engine on offer, no hydraulic struts, no insulation there as well because the TSI engines are of course extremely refined. You can see it's rocking a bit at the moment, but yeah, very clean engine bay. Now the design of this car is in line with Skoda's latest design language. Of course, you get that grille which looks quite nice. You get a chrome surround as well. Slavia is not going to be written on your car here because there is where your registration number is going to be. Anyways, there is the towing hook of the vehicle. Now they say LED lights. Well, you can see the DRL is LED. That is a projector which also seems LED. It actually looks quite nice. You get a chrome sort of an L shaped here. The fog light is not LED either. Now the design of the car is actually quite nice. It is actually bigger than the Rapid, the car it replaces, in every way. It's longer, it's wider, it's taller, and also has a longer wheelbase as well. So let's see the hood, where you can see there are a lot of cuts and creases on the car, and they've done a fantastic job in terms of the design language of this vehicle. But the wheels now, they kind of look small to me. Now the tire size happens to be 205, 55, 16. Alloy wheel design could be a lot more adventurous. It says Skoda right here, it says it on both the sides, and the paint finish is actually quite phenomenal on this car. This is not the longest car in the segment. The Honda City is slightly longer, but the wheelbase is the longest in the segment, which is 1 mm longer than the Honda City as well as the Hyundai Verna. Two of the cars it actually competes with. It gets these chrome door handles, and you can see there is a request sensor right there, but it's not complete chrome door handle as such, and obviously indicator placement is here. I'll quickly show you the indicator, which is turned on at the moment. There it is. So this is not really for the high beam, which I said earlier. Actually, this is for the indicator. I thought this should be for the indicator, but hey, I'm human, I can also make mistakes, right? No, I'm just kidding about the human part. Anyways, coming to the other side, again you can see the same thing, the Skoda treatment here and the indicator placement right there. Lots of cuts and creases on the body of the car. Somehow it kind of feels a little under-tired, and you know, the prototype was sort of lifted from the rear, but this one seems a lot better balanced. It gets a shark fin antenna right here, which is finished in piano black. And then obviously the C-shaped lights at the rear. It says Slavia right there. 3 parking sensors on this car. Skoda boldly written. So again, LED brake lights, but no LEDs for the indicator as well as for the reverse light. So I'll show you. The indicator is actually this one. This is the reverse light of the car. It gets this chrome treatment, and I think these are reflectors. Plus they have this black treatment in between. So kind of to reduce the visual bulk. Faisal Khan's fingers of truth are hunting for the exhaust, which happens to be right here. Yeah, there is where the exhaust of the vehicle is, and that is also vibrating a bit. So this is the MQB-A0iN platform, which also underpins the Kushaq as well as the Taigun. So here you can see that is the reverse parking camera. Now it has got a class leading boot, which is approximately 521 liters. Now that is big, it's massive, and thankfully the tire size is the same as the one on the car, so the spare wheel is the same size tire. However, it is not an alloy. There is the jack, there is no rose in this car. Okay, you get the whole toolkit bit, which kind of looks complex to me at the moment. Let's shut this. Okay, lot of hard plastics everywhere somehow. Yeah, they have tried to cut costs there, of course. And here is there's a light, basically the brake light, their high mounted one. So there you can see. What do you think of the design of the Slavia? I think they have knocked it out of the park, but you know what they've done even better? We'll come to that in a bit. You get this chrome line running below the window, which also looks quite premium and nice, and there's a request sensor on the other side. Hyundai doesn't do it, but Skoda has actually gone ahead and given this car quite a lot of interesting features. So 60-40 split seat. There it is. No, it's not 60-40, it's 40-20-40, which is also impressive. No. Actually, that one will completely recline in one piece. So then in case you want to improve the boot carrying capacity, be my guest. Isofix child seat mounts as well. So from here, we are going to just, yeah, that is how it is. Usually, kya hota na, see, there's no other piece. This side one is 60, so I was carried away. There it is, top tether for the Isofix child seat mounts. And automatically the center armrest open, which gets twin cup holders as well. There are 3 adjustable headrests, so the center passenger does get a head, and here slight hump, but not so much, which means that it's very practical because it is a very wide car. I think it's the widest in the segment. 3 people can actually sit in comfortably. So here we are. Oh my god, the seat is actually quite low. Good amount of knee room and leg room for sure. And okay, this indicator is making some sound. Let me shut that for a moment. So good amount of knee room and leg room. There's a smartphone holder here, magazine pockets, slightly scooped out seat back, and twin AC vents, twin USB-C charging sockets as well, and this is on this other side as well. So they have gone ahead and given a magazine holder as well as a smartphone holder there too. Now the seat recline angle seems fine. Headroom seems just about adequate because of the sloping roofline. Now it kind of affects people as tall as me, like chimpanzees. And there is a handle, hook and a handle on both the sides, but there's a handle on the driver's side as well, which is kind of surprising. Usually it's not there. There is no height adjust for the seat belt. It gets 6 freaking airbags. So airbag is written right there, and yeah, a lot of hard plastics. Door pockets are decent sized and big enough at the rear, but you get this nice design treatment, which also looks quite impressive. Maybe they could have written Skoda or Slavia right here, which would be quite nice. So rear seat is actually very impressive in this car, and that is the dashboard design, which obviously shares a lot with the Kushaq. However, there are some certain unique elements in this car, which is a nice touch. So they just didn't go ahead and copy paste. Here there are lights on the top as well. There's some storage. It seems like a storage area, but that's not the best place to store stuff, and obviously it will hinder visibility at the rear. I love the seats. These are leather seats, very nice, beautifully done. Although this seat base could be slightly longer because under thigh support is, I would say, average at best. Not spectacular, not bad either. Maybe, they could have given slightly more stuff at the rear, but I don't know what could they have done. Okay, I'm just being greedy at the moment, but I was thinking about maybe a boss mode, so you can just slide the co-passenger seat ahead and torture that person. Anyways, let's come to the front, because here is where Skoda has done a fantastic job. Firstly, door pockets are big enough at the front, yeah, and these are the controls for the outside rear view mirror adjustment. These are for the power window controls. Now it doesn't get one touch up and down power windows. Okay, it gets it for the driver's side, but not for the rest. Yeah, that you have to manually roll up and down. Lot of hard plastics, but you get this piano black finishing and a lot of design treatment as well. So they have done a good job in terms of the design treatment. Now these are the controls for the lights. Okay, automatic headlights, and then you can pull it out for the fog light as well, for the front fog. Now this is for the headlight leveler. There is a proper storage compartment here with sort of a card holder as well. This is kind of cute and nice. Proper dead pedal too. Seats feel really nice and comfortable. I love the seats on the car. I really like the seats. Trust me on this. But the start engine stop button is placed here. Not the most intuitive to use. Let's get inside, and oh my god. Seats are really nice, actually very comfortable. Now I'll just keep the key somewhere here. It gets 2.5 cup holders. I don't know what's the concept of 2.5, and this is storage space, I think, for coins. There's a 12-volt charging socket right there. Handbrake is manual, of course, so yeah, it goes quite up. And this actually slides ahead and behind, and there's storage space inside as well, but no cooling function or any USB there. I'll tell you why. So you get this white stitching, and again on the seats also you get this beautiful white stitching. So the glove box actually gets a cooling function. That's the reason it doesn't need to have cooling function in the center armrest. However, it's actually a big one, and there's slots for pens. Yeah, slots for pens as well as cards and stuff. So practical bit. In fact, there is a toll receipt holder or maybe whatever you want to keep there. That's also pretty nice. Now there are so much hard plastics in this car, like really a lot of hard plastics, but that's something we saw on the Kushaq as well. Auto dimming inside rear view mirror. Here obviously you get a mirror but no light. There is nothing here, but you can probably slot in your toll receipts if you so wish. Now these are actually the controls for the lights. So there it is, the light. And here obviously you get a sunroof. So let me open the sunroof of the car. Now, the surprising part is that the Slavia's bigger sibling, which happens to be the Octavia, does not get a sunroof, but the Slavia does get it. So that's actually a good thing. It says Skoda sound, so it's not really a branded audio system. How's the audio quality? Let's play an audio right away. Audio quality is actually decent. It's not spectacular, but it's not bad either. It says Skoda right here. I mean, why is the Skoda branding around the steering wheel? I have no freaking clue. There's some storage space here, but when you accelerate, obviously it's going to fall off because there is some amount of body roll in this car. The suspension has been set up more towards comfort, although it is on the stiffer side, but ride quality is among the best in the segment. I think it is the best in the segment. That's how good the ride quality is on this car. Now, AC vents here in the center, but what they've done is they've changed the AC vent design on the side. So you get circular AC vents, and there's this like horizontal line running throughout, okay, through the AC vents. And this is in a contrast color, and there's piano black finishing here, and then there's this nice treatment. So they've worked a lot in terms of the design aspect to make this a very appealing car, and indeed it is extremely appealing. There's this touch panel for the air conditioning system, and air conditioning is actually quite impressive as well. I really like the air conditioning. There's some storage space here, 2 USB-C charging sockets, and there's a wireless charging pad right here. Now there are 2 dummy buttons, I don't know for what. Okay, ventilated seats. You have 2 settings for the same, both for the front passengers. I mean, for both the front seats have the ventilation function. This is for the stop start system. This is to lock the vehicle, And that's about it. There is a screen which is a 10-inch unit. Okay, now it is a nice unit. However, what I've faced with the Kushaq is that on and off Bluetooth connects, disconnects and all. I hope they have addressed that issue with this vehicle, and it's slick enough, gives you like a lot of data if you so wish to understand how you've been driving and what's your average speed and stuff like that, notifications and all. And then there are some apps as well, including a Ghana app. So obviously it gets connected car tech too. Okay, it is easy to browse. Apple CarPlay is there, Android Auto is there. Yeah, it's actually a nice unit. I like it. Only thing is I hope that it just works flawlessly well. And traction control button is right there, which is very important for me personally speaking. Now let's get into reverse, which means that you actually have to push it, and there it is. That is the reverse parking camera. It doesn't get adaptive guidelines. The guidelines are there, but they don't move along when you move the steering wheel of the vehicle. And yeah, that's about it. And there's not much in the infotainment system which you would like to play around with. But yeah, okay, it says Android Auto and stuff. When I put a phone here, it actually tells me about the wireless charger that's activated and stuff, which is also kind of cool. So where can I go? I'm not understanding. What is this button? Okay, that is for the apps and all. So yeah, there you can see what all connections are there. It's the same unit as the Kushaq. So fast enough, fluid enough, and then it gives you a lot of information as well. That's kind of nice. Meanwhile, the steering wheel, well, it is the same unit as maybe the Octavia, or you can say the Kushaq or whatever. So it doesn't get the flat bottom treatment, but it gets this piano black finish along with this sort of chrome treatment, and chrome is almost everywhere. And then it's a 2-spoke unit, very nice and unique actually. The horn is actually nice. It's not the typical Skoda horn. It's kind of loud, but it's actually not nice. I'm kind of disturbing everyone else who's doing a walk around with the horn. I'm so sorry everybody, but I did it intentionally. Jokes aside, these are actually the controls for this multi-information display in this 8-inch instrument cluster, which is shared with the Taycan and not yet it's not yet reached the Kushaq. It should in the Monte Carlo. These are the controls for the audio system, and this is for voice commands. This is a piano black finish here, which actually looks nice. Now, in order to browse through this, it has multiple design modes for the instrument cluster, so I can decide which one I want to see, and it's actually quite nice. There's so much information on offer, but my personal favorite, this one, yeah, that is my personal favorite. So it's a nice unit. It's like something which you've already seen in a lot of other Skoda cars actually. Yeah, so what I should do is, here you can see there's so much information you can browse through. You can decide what you want to see. Like, that's a lot of information for sure. You don't have to get into the screen at all. This left one here, it tells you each and every freaking thing. Now these are the controls for the wipers. Let's use the wipers right away, and there's decent amount of spray on offer. Wipers also work decently well, and this is actually the control for the indicator along with the cruise control. However, it has this sort of a dummy color on either side. The screen could have been bigger as such, not just like limited to this amount of space. And then you got a lot of information here, there, and telltale lights and whatnot. So as I see it, the Skoda Slavia is very promising. Firstly, it's very nicely packaged, has good amount of space on offer, and then my experience of driving this car is the ride is really very nice. Steering is also nice. It's light at low speeds, weighs up brilliantly well at high speeds. However, there is some amount of body roll. It's not the quickest to get into a corner. Like it's not nimble enough, or doesn't dart into a corner. However, it has great neutral balance, great high speed stability. Engines are fantastic. 1-liter engine will give you a good balance of performance and economy. Produces 115 horsepower, 170 Newton meters of torque. The 1-liter TSI, which is a 3-cylinder unit, and there is a 1.5-liter TSI, which is by far the best in the segment. 150 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. Now both the engines are matched to either a 6-speed manual gearbox or an automatic, and in the case of the 1-liter TSI engine, it is obviously a 6-speed torque converter automatic, and in the 1.5-liter TSI engine, which also gets cylinder deactivation technology, which cuts 2 cylinders to conserve fuel, you actually get a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. So I think the engine options are fantastic. Engine really is smooth. Both the engines are smooth, refined, pull strongly to the top end, and the gearing is on the taller side, so you can really pull to higher speeds and lower gears. That's also fun. I think they have done it in the interest of fuel economy, of course. So that's about it. This is the Skoda Slavia, and I think it is really very impressive. I just hope they get the pricing right, and I also hope that the lack of diesel does not really pinch them, but I know it's going to. Now when the door is open, it's exactly showing me which door is open as well. It says the attention, the engine is running. The engine is so smooth that they have to actually put a warning to tell you, you know what boss, there's the engine which is running. Let me shut off the car, and then when I do it, it tells me all the information, like what has been the travel time. Distance is 0 because I didn't move the car at all. Yeah, that's kind of cool as well. Now let's just do one thing. Let's just turn on the car, and there, okay, the usual bit, nothing spectacular or funky, but when compared to the Honda City, the build quality is just so much better. And then again, Skoda has focused on safety as well with this car. That's the reason they have actually done side pole as well as rear impact test, which is not mandatory. When you talk about the Indian regulations, or even when you compare it with global NCAP, because they don't mandate all that. Global NCAP does not test all these things, but Skoda is saying that they really are focused on safety. And even though this is made in India with 95% localization, it's nice to see and understand that they have actually worked on the safety of the car to ensure that the Slavia stays true to Skoda's overall image, build quality, safety, performance, and all that and more. The only thing lacking is a diesel engine, and you know what I always say, a diesel is a diesel is a diesel is a diesel. So guys, this is a quick walk around of the Skoda Slavia. If you like it, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Let me know which color is better, this one or that one. I think that one would look great in RS, guys, but I don't know if an RS is going to come, but a Monte Carlo sure will make it here.